Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly excited to make this video here today. A mainstay here on the channel back in the day has always been update ideas. Amazing, creative, well thought out ideas thought of by the Brawl Stars community, and believe it or not, a lot of these ideas have made it into the game itself. The dev team constantly looking at what the community is creating and making, and if it's a good implementation, it's brought to the game. And let me tell you what, there's been an individual inside the community who has been cooking as of recently, specifically when it comes to hypercharges. I'm sure we're all aware of the name Pineapple in the community, a very established creator when it comes to update ideas. He is very, very good at them. And as you can see, just taking a look at Pineapple's YouTube, make sure to check it out, link in the description down below. He has been cooking up so many amazing new hypercharge ideas, and we're going to look through some of these. Pineapple is already well known for coming up with really, really interesting hypercharge ideas, and in my opinion, I really think there's so much potential in hypercharges later on down the line. We know that more are going to come in every single update, and as more have been released, I've been enjoying them more and more. Hypercharges are incredibly fun, and some of the ideas that have been thought out by Pineapple and others have been spot on. So let's get into a few. Starting off with the very first one, we have Gail here. Gail's hypercharge called Make It Snow. How sick does this look? You got the super. He does a whole path of snow, which of course slows you down, which is an obstacle in the game that we can see in some 5v5 maps and things along those lines. Having a snowy area on the effect from the super when you're hypercharged, I think would be really, really cool. I wouldn't like it to be permanent, but something that would last a little bit would be awesome. Which of course it's not permanent. Gail's super will leave behind a thick layer of snow that will slow down enemies who step on it. The snow will melt after 15 seconds. So dope, dude. Such a cool idea. And dude, we are just getting started. There are several more here. I love this one for Sprout. It's such a meme. Sprout hypercharge Iron Garden, producing indestructible walls. Bro, I think they later clarify, Pineapple, that it wouldn't be absolutely permanent, but walls that couldn't be destroyed for a certain duration. How dope is that? A hypercharged version of Sprout's already existing super. I think it makes a ton of sense. Sprout's super will place down unbreakable walls, of course, and then you already get the hypercharge effects, getting more speed, damage, and a shield. Dope, dude. So cool. Yo, we have Buster's next. Look at this shield. Oh gosh, dude, that is sick. Buster's super is now 100% wider. That literally covers like almost the entire map. Imagine all of the stuff you could reflect with that. Also, can we just say Pineapple is doing really, really good with these effects, right? He's animating all of these and making them really interesting. Buster super is 100% wider, 8K screen it's called. How dope is that? Really interesting idea. Very simple, but it makes sense for Buster, right? Seeing that hypercharges reflect on the Brawler's super, it upgrades it or makes it more impressive. I think that's a great one. Dude, I really, really like this one. It would be quite broken if you ask me, but taking a look at this, BB's hypercharge called Double Trouble. Every single time a bubble hits a wall, it adds an additional bubble. BB super splits into smaller bubbles which bounce, maintaining its damage potential up to a maximum of 4 bubbles. Can you imagine that in like Heist when you have 2 walls that are really, really close together, or just any other bouncing bubble scenario? We've seen BBs hop off with a crazy, wicked good angle on a bubble. This is dope, dude. And the super regen with that would be sick. You'd be able to keep that hypercharge effect going for quite some time. I really like this idea as well. It really goes to show how creative you can get with some of these hypercharges when you are kind of adopting the Brawler super, making it an enhanced version of it. It's so cool, man. A really unique idea. In my opinion, they continue to get better. I really enjoy Pineapple's ideas and how he's made all of these. Let's keep going. Yo, dude, Brock's hypercharge called Nuke. Let's go, dude. He shoots it straight up in the sky. It lingers for a while. I kind of like that effect to it. It lands with this incredible radius. So the super gets compressed into one giant rocket. The thing where it lingers up there, I think is a really unique mechanic. It makes it so that the enemy teammates need to keep that in their minds and not get close to that area. I like the idea. Brock's super launches a powerful rocket that inflicts higher damage, 4,000 to 8,000, the closer you are to the explosion, and delivers a strong knockback That's sick, man. That is dope. Nuke, dude. That's sick. Let's keep this ball rolling. We have Surge Hypercharge next. Dude, I can't wait to see what they do with Surge. Surge has been a very problematic brawler for quite some time with his abilities, and I think something like this would be absolutely busted. It's called Stage 4. Surge's super automatically upgrades him to Stage 4, enabling his main attack to split into 12 projectiles, even if it fails to hit a target. Dude, I'm reminded of when Surge was first released back in the day. That's how his main attack actually worked. I think it was the star power that they then later on tweaked, but every single basic attack that he shot out, you would get that splitting effect. You didn't have to hit a wall to get that bounce off effect. He was absolutely busted, and something like this would be incredible while he's out there. Again, something like this I think would be really, really good to maintain his hypercharge for longer, being able to hit individuals really, really easy with that basic attack. Busted, man. I love this idea. Dude, I love this one as well. Hypercharge for Sam called Magnetized Knuckle Busters. It comes back to him. How sick is that? Oh my goodness. There's nothing more satisfying than using your super, hitting multiple people, and then getting to super recall it back right away. So it's like a boomerang. You get the damage going out, damage going back. It's so satisfying, and having that just being a ability within his hypercharge I think would be so much fun, and my goodness, that'd be sick. There's so much potential with hypercharges for fun implementations here in future updates. We already know Buzz and Bell are getting them in the next update, but I cannot wait to see what the other hypercharges are going to be in the batch, because some of these are just making me so excited for future updates, man. Moving along here, we got one for Chester, dude, called Super Synergy. No way. Okay, bro. Are you kidding me? It's literally all of them put together. Oh, that is busted. Chester's new super combines all 5 supers. Candy Popper now also stuns enemies, and the spray will also heal friendly brawlers. What the frick? That is incredible. Dude, that is busted. I want it. I want the brokenness. Man, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if this would be like balanced or anything like that, but it has to be really, really difficult for the dev team to make a very balanced hypercharge, right? Seeing that you're confined in this window of use, you're not going to be able to get a lot of hypercharges in a game, but you want to make it noteworthy enough so you can have fun with it and it can do something worthwhile, you know what I mean? But something like this on paper just looks incredibly broken. But man, I would be here for it. Chester has been bad for a while. Hypercharge like this would definitely help him out, that's for sure. Dude, this one for Frank here next is sick. Dude, called Heavy Hammer. Frank's super delay decreased by 50% and 20% range increase. How dope is that? One of the biggest hangups with his character remedied with his hypercharge, right? That delay with his attack speed can be so bad. So many brawlers can exploit it, right? With like any kickback ability, any stun ability, you can make a Frank waste his super so easily, to the point where I feel like the most use cases are getting people by surprise, right? Hiding in a bush, getting that super off, stunning them, then cycling in some unique way. This would be really, really fun. That speed increase on that delay. Oh my gosh, that is sick. That is a team wipe ability, I'm telling you that much. You get 1 or 2 people in that stun, you cycle, you keep it going, kind of like keeping that hypercharge rolling. I love this one, and Frank is bad too. He needs some love. Dude, El Primo super summoned 6 meteors. Meteor shower. Oh my gosh, that's sick. I love it. Oh my goodness. El Primo super summoned 6 meteors that will crash down with him, each dealing 1000 damage and stunning enemies. It's a stun too. Look at that radius. That is so dope. How is he animating these? He's doing such a great job with these hypercharges. I love it. Oh, that is broken. Dude, I'm here for these ideas. Hypercharges get me so excited. Moving along, we have Tara's hypercharge called Black Hole. Yo, bro. That is sick. So it's just a crazy pull. Tara's super slowly grows, pulling and immobilizing nearby enemies so you can't move or attack. Each enemy inside extends the hole's duration by 1 second. That's a 5v5 hypercharge if I've ever seen one, bro. That is sick. Moving on, we have Janet hypercharge called Carpet Bombing. Look at that. Janet super triples the amount of bombs dropped. Dude, you don't even have to like think to try to land one of your super rockets or the bombs that you drop. It's so hard to line that up sometimes. This one is just a carpet bombing. It's so cool, dude. These ideas are so sick. That's really unique. I like that idea a lot. My goodness. Man, Pineapple needs a round of applause for these ideas. They're all so unique and well thought out. We have Hank's hypercharge here next called Torpedo Storm. Hank's super launches twice as many fish torpedoes. A very simple one, but let's be honest. Hank has a very simple super on face value, so it'd just be a crazy multiplied version. Also, it'd be good for sniping people, right? At a distance. It's gonna be hard to dodge those, that many shots being projectiled out. Like it. Bro, a max hypercharge would be incredibly interesting. Light speed. Max's super boosts her so fast that it causes everything around her to appear to be moving 50% slower. The enemies don't actually slow down. It's just Max's POV. Interesting. I don't know how you would actually be able to implement that, but also it's a head scratcher. What would a max hypercharge look like, right? It's a very straightforward super, a boost to movement speed for your allies. I could see things like maybe the radius would be bigger, but I really like the approach that Pineapple went with this, getting kind of interesting outside of the box. That's dope. But at the same time, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the dev team does with a max hypercharge. I think that's going to be a hard one. Oh, I saw this the other day, a Mortis hypercharge. I would love this. Friendly Blood. Mortis's super inflicts a 5-second bleed on enemies, preventing passive healing, while Mortis's simultaneously heals based on the inflicted damage. Can you imagine how dope that would be if you hit multiple people, which is most of the time the name of the game with Mortis's super, trying to hit more than one person with your super? That health gen would be incredible and allow you to sustain a ton of the damage that is now in Brawl Stars. That's one thing that I've noticed about Mortis here recently. He is down bad. He dies so quickly. His sustain from his star power and his super just isn't enough nowadays. It's hard to get fun, noteworthy chains and sticking in there for so many of the brawlers that do a lot of damage with hypercharges and just other things nowadays. Something like this I think would be really interesting. I would love to see any type of hypercharge for Mortis that has something to do with his healing capabilities, right? He's like a vampire. I think that whole dynamic with his abilities is one of the reasons why I enjoy him so much. It's super unique, that life stealing effect. I want more of it with the hypercharge. And the one we will end on here in this episode today, there are plenty more coming from Pineapple. And if you guys would like a second episode of this, hey, I'd be more than willing to do it as well. These are so much fun to look through. But we have a Bell hypercharge, and this one had a lot of praise in the community. I saw a lot of people really liking this one, but it's called Team Spotter. Bell's super will jump from one enemy to another, allowing it to mark multiple targets simultaneously. So much like her effect or her mechanic with her basic attack, where the shots bounce in between each other, this would mark individuals with the super bouncing as well. Really interesting and a well-developed idea, kind of going along with her already existing mechanics. It's a dope idea. But yeah, man, so many incredible ideas. And like I said before, Pineapple is still constantly cooking up these amazing hypercharge ideas. It wouldn't surprise me if the dev team would develop or utilize like something around some of these ideas that Pineapple is putting out here for actual hypercharges in the future. But yeah, man, be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about the hypercharges. What hypercharge brawlers would you like to see here in the future? I think there's so much possibilities with this implementation. Cannot wait, and hoping Pineapple gets maybe one or two of these actually implemented in the game. That'd be sick. But yeah, make sure to let me know if you guys would like to see a part 2 to this. It was very fun for me to look through these. If you did enjoy it, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Go support Pineapple with that link in the description down below to his YouTube channel, and we'll be talking super soon. Adios everyone, take care.